Hi guys, Official Ma here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this YouTube channel, we talk about men's relationship and how to get you your dream girl. If you know this kind of content interests you, please hit the subscribe button down below. And with that being done, let's proceed to the video. From the title already, I know most of you guys have an idea of what we are going to be speaking about today. We are going to be speaking about a topic that have been in the mind of so many men throughout the decades, throughout the years, throughout centuries. What do women want? Most men ask this question every single day. I make videos every single day and I see these questions even online, watching TikToks, going through social media, scrolling through social media. I see these questions. What do women actually want? I'm going to be answering that question in this video. I'm going to be answering that question based on my perspective as a woman and based on few research that I've done online. So, are you ready? Because I am. Let's dive into the video. So, one thing that you have to realize is that what women want is not a fixed desire. It's a moving target. And why is it a moving target? Because it has never been about one man or one thing in the first place. So let me break this down. So let's begin with the core foundation. Women actually want what other women want. Because unlike men that chase what they personally value, like power, freedom, status, women are different. Women are socially and biologically wired to desire what is socially acceptable by other women. Women are not actually looking for the best. They are looking for what is accepted, what is desirable within their tribe, within other women. And that is why most times attraction is not solely on your traits as a man. Women are able to spot a confident man and a man that is not confident. That is why most times, even in relationships, social proof have a very high role to play. You see that most times when you're single as a man, you're single, you're searching, right? No lady in sight. And the moment that you post a girl, or the moment that you start being familiar with a particular girl, you see that those girls that you've been trying to hit up on, those girls that you've been trying to pitch yourself to, you've been trying to convince, those girls that you've told your feelings in the past, you see them wanting to have you at that moment. And you sit back and start asking yourself, John, I've been single all this while. Where were all these ladies? Where were they? Most of them were on your contact list, but because of the power of social proof, they want to have you. Because they've seen that you're desirable to other ladies, definitely they also want to have you. I used to tell the story about a guy that we knew when we were growing up. This guy had dwarfism, like he was a dwarf. But if you see the kind of girls that this guy pulled, like, if you see the kind of pretty, beautiful girls that this guy pulled, because those times on Facebook, he would make a video kissing those girls, like, and upload those things on his Facebook stories. And you see most ladies are still flocking after him to show that it's not really about those traits. It's about what other women desire. And why is this so? Because evolution didn't design women to take risks. Naturally, men tend to take more risks than women because throughout history, men have always been the risk takers. The hunters, the warriors, the builders, like, men have always been in the forefront and they have to push their limits to win, even if it means failing spectacularly. But for the women, even if you choose not to take risk, even if you choose not to hustle, you'll still find a partner, even if maybe it's not the kind of person that you desire, you still see somebody. But for a man, it's a whole different ball game altogether because no one is coming to save you. Like, nobody is coming to save you. Nobody. I've heard most times, most guys say things like, maybe they are in urgent need of finance and sometimes they ask their friend about it. And that friend might not be willing to give them that particular amount of money. But you see that same friend is willing to dash a woman that particular amount of money to see that most times no one is really coming to save you. That is why it's very profound for most men to take risk compared to women. So, over thousands of generations, female psychology developed around averting risk. That is why even most times when a woman wants to choose a partner, the number one thing that most women look for is security because they don't want to take that risk, right? Social security, financial security, and so on, because the female psychology is developed around risk aversion to avert risk. And that is why most women feel safe in the middle of the herd, not doing opposite of what other women are doing, They just want to be in the herd. They have that fear of missing out. That is why women, even to the tiniest thing of deciding on what to wear, they want to see what other women are wearing. They want to see the latest trend, what other women are doing. I was having a conversation with someone the other day. The person was saying that nowadays, like this modern day, all the women like tend to look alike in some particular kind of way. And that is true because women are doing almost the same thing. The same style of makeup, the same style of lashes, the same style of hair trends, the same style of dresses. Like women love following what other women are doing. That is why it's very common to have more female influencers than male influencers because generally men don't really care. Every man to his own self, but that is not the same thing when it comes to women. A woman might just start dating a particular guy and the next thing that she's thinking about is to introduce that guy to the friend group to see if her friends would approve of that guy, to see if her friends feel like that guy is good enough. That is why if your girlfriend have bad friends, or if your girlfriend is in a bad friend groups, you're in for a very, very long thing because they would influence her to the littlest thing. Most times, that is how the female mind is designed. 10 years ago, what was in trend was the hourglass figure. Nowadays, what is in trend is BBL. You see most girls doing BBL, most girls going for cosmetic surgery, most girls doing this and that. But in the male world, it's not the same thing. You hardly see those kind of things when it comes to men, and you hardly see those trends when it comes to men. But women are really influenced by what other women are doing. They are highly influenced by what other women are doing. Most of you guys would not really relate to this because I feel like on TikTok, different people have different algorithms based on what you enjoy. Women are deeply integrated into trends and seeking other women's validation to the extent that your girlfriend's female friend can cause a rift in your relationship. In the past, women had only one script: get married young, raise a family, support their husband, and stay loyal. But now the perspective have changed in the modern women. You go on TikTok, you hear women say things like, oh, I never want to get married. You hear some women say things like, I never want to have kids, I want to be single, I want to be child-free. You hear most women wanting to own six-figure businesses, wanting to be boss ladies and all that. And you see most times, as time goes on, the perspective of women change. And most women tend to follow what is trending. Most women tend to follow what is in vogue at the moment. So for you as a man, how do you use this to your own advantage? For the fact that you've known that women desire what other women desire, you use it to your own advantage. So be that ideal man that most women desire. And how do you do this? It's very simple. For me personally, I'm that kind of person that loves taking data. You see on TikTok, I'm using TikTok as an example because most people feel free to post relatable stuff on TikTok, right? So they go on TikTok and most of the time they make all these caption videos talking about the kind of man that they want, or most of them vocally talk about the kind of man that they want. And you go through the comment section, you see other women agreeing to that particular idea. That is how you know the ideal type of man that a woman wants. And if you don't have the strength to go through all of that, being yourself also will still connect you to your ideal person. You can be that man that every woman wants, but if you don't have the strength for that, you can also be yourself. So I hope I answered that question in this video. Don't forget to give this video a very big thumbs up, and please also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification so you'll be notified each time I drop a video. I love you guys all and see you in my next video. Cheers.